Hi, I'm Chitra and I am one of the co-editors of the book Talking Fingers. Padma and I are here to share a little about our journey in bringing this book out. To begin with, let me share a little about autism. So, autism is a very misunderstood condition. Autistic people are very often isolated from society because of all the misconceptions surrounding them. Non-speaking or unreliably speaking autistics constitute 30 to 40% of this population. And this section of the spectrum is derided much more and often categorized as cognitively and functionally incapable, or low functioning as they are often referred to. However, in recent times, this view is being challenged intensely. Many non-speakers or unreliable speakers have emerged from their prisons of silence, if I may quote my son, using alternate means to communicate. And they are forcing the world to rethink the existing paradigms about autism. This book, Talking Fingers, then, has been an effort to push for a change in mindsets surrounding the non-speaking or unreliably speaking autistic community here in India. How did the book Talking Fingers happen? In brief, as parents of non-speaking autistic children, both Padma and I have read books of collated works from this community published in the West. So these are collated writings of individuals from the non-speaking community, and they have been published in the West. And these books have helped us to better understand our own children and support them to develop alternate modes of communication to share about their lived experiences. So around a year back, during one of our regular conversations, we just happened to share a thought of how we didn't have any such books like the ones I've mentioned above, where non-speaking autistics from India were sharing their journeys or opinions. And this is where the seed of the book was sown. We were already connected to other non-speaking autistics and their families here in India who were conversant in communicating and sharing their opinions using alternate means of communication, like writing, typing, or the letterboard. Hence, we decided to bring out a book which was a collation of thoughts, opinions, and sharing straight from the non-speaking autistic community themselves. Being people with lived experiences, we consider them to be the real experts about autism and their condition. The process began with the two of us reaching out to 16 non-speaking autistics from across India who were already well known for their writings. So in this endeavor, we were supported by Ms. Archita Basu and Lalita from Avaz. Once the 16 non-speaking autistics had consented, we forwarded a set of 20 questions to each of them, and a period of a month was set for them to send their responses back. Once the responses were received, we put them all together. And in this, we went for a different approach. We decided to collate the responses such that each question and its responses from the 16 authors were put together as a single chapter. So the book finally consisted of 20 chapters. We also took the decision to have a non-speaking autistic adult from Sri Lanka to write the foreword to the book. The foreword has been contributed by Chandima Rajapatirana, or Chami as he is fondly addressed. Here I would also like to mention that both Padma and I have done minimal editing, as we wanted to retain the responses as shared by the authors themselves. And the book was finally released in late August 2022. Now, on behalf of Padma and myself, I would like to thank Chammi and the 16 authors for trusting us with their thoughts and opinions. Thank you for all the effort you have put in to help the world know the lived experience of being a non-speaking autistic here in the Indian subcontinent. I would also like to thank Padma for being such a wonderful partner and collaborator in this journey. Lastly, a huge thank you to Truhap on behalf of all 16 authors, Chami, Padma and myself for this initiative to share about the authors and about the book Talking Fingers. I have just shared up to the point of publication of the book. The journey ahead, the post-publication aspect of this journey of the book will be shared by my co-editor Padma. Over to you, Padma, and thank you everybody.